Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a video named A Song of Fire and Ice. Of course, I am on a snow map with the Tiger H1 here in realistic battle, and I have a mission to fulfill. Set enemy vehicles on fire 15 times. But I'm in a realistic battle, so there is a multiplier, so I need to set them on fire 8 times. I've done it twice in realistic battle, so I already got fulfilled 4 of them. And we will see how it turns out in this battle. It's quite a long battle, so I have a little bit of time to talk about other stuff. First of all, yesterday's mission, or the mission 2 days ago when you will see the video, I guess, was that you capture points 6 times, and there was also a 2 times multiplier for a realistic battle, but it didn't work, which was quite annoying, but you know, whatever. Yeah, then the dev blocks so far for the new patch 1.61. I believe, or my best guess would be that it would drop like within or around within a month, so to speak. We have those long dev block runs, and I'm also running here on this map quite a long time without actually finding any or to see any enemy tank. Usually here, if I go there in arcade, I would be heavily engaged by, you know, wolf packs of T-34-85s. And in this regard, realistic battles is mostly not different, as you know, face actually nothing but T-34-85s, flavored with the rest of the Russian tech tree. When you engage Russians, you know, it's overwhelmingly T-34-85s. Why? Because they are highly mobile, they have troll armor, and their 85mm gun can penetrate even an angled Tiger at a reasonable distance, and often one-shot it, but you know, whatever. The dev block so far. So, the Ki 100, I'm not sure if we need another plane that is, yeah, pretty good for the Japanese. What about, you know, some love for the Japanese bomber line, you know, a rework of their bomb load, that they get the historically accurate bomb load, which was like twice as much. But hey, who am I, you know, to demand this? Or yeah, then what about the M60A1? Definitely an addition that I'm looking forward. If this tank can hull-wise reliably, you know, protect me from a normal Russian 100mm shell, a normal APHE shell, that would be glorious. And if it does have a good gun, you know, quick firing, you know, faster firing than the normal M60, I think it would be pretty good, you know. But you know, there is much more to be seen. What really annoyed me a little bit was the Brombeer, the Sturmpanzer 4, you know, with the 150mm howitzer, that it is premium. As if the Germans, you know, wouldn't have another premium with a big gun, the captured KV-2. I'm looking forward how this thing will play. Maybe, I'm not sure, it depends on how expensive it is. Maybe I will purchase it, you know, just for the lols and try it out a little bit. We will see. But then, today's dev block, the T-62. Really? We need another Russian medium? Yeah. And that was when I began to fulfill my mission. 1 into the engine, not into the turret. He tries to escape me, and he can't swing his gun around. He extinguished the fire. That was what I waited for, and I set him on fire again and kill also the gunner, which is really nice. He extinguishes the fire again. I set him on fire again. That was 3 fires. So that's pretty good, right? And then something hits me. I was not quite sure from where, but yeah, it doesn't matter. He's down. So, I turn around. And this time I try to go for the enemy cap. I try to decap it, you know, just driving into it and then leaving it, as it takes a really long time. And while you are in the decapping process, the enemy has a very good idea where you are. So that takes a while. So let's cut it short. Nothing spectacular happened in this minute or so. I have to cut it a little bit short, as it really is mostly driving around. So as you could see, I was just driving into it and then leaving it. It will decap itself, and if somebody, you know, recaps it, I know that somebody is in there. And you know, in late tier games, or no, in late at the end of the battle, or you know, when it has lasted a few minutes or 10 minutes like that, there are not many tanks around, so to know where even one tank is gives you a good advantage. And here I'm driving back to my cap circle, as it is currently also decapped. So let's spool a little bit forward, shall we? So there I'm coming around the corner of our cap circle. I see that tank is marked, and it is a captured Panther, the T5. And as you can see, I aimed for the engine. I wanted to set him afire again. And the Kugelblitz, I think, can't damage him from the front. He extinguishes the fire. I set him on fire again. And yeah. Then I think another fire would do it. Thank you very much. Set him on fire again. No. He didn't extinguish it. Ah, there we go. Well, actually, that was my mission fulfilled. Then I go in, and it seems like that I overlooked something, because I get shot from the side, right? And I did not know where it came from, and I estimated it that it came from the direction of the cap circle, but it was a little bit too late. I thought it was coming from behind. I did not think that this sneaky bastard here would be able to do it. I angle myself, repair myself, but you know, I didn't look around, because then Russian big guns happened. Yeah, the ISU-152, and that was Alkanator. I'm not quite sure, but this name tells me something. Yeah. Doesn't matter, I have to go into a plane or a tank. What should I choose? Let's take a plane. Alright. Here we go. So I'm in a Focke-Wulf Focke-Wulf 190 A5 with the rockets. And another critical hit. I think it was T-34-85. Looked like that. Not quite sure, doesn't matter. I turn around, now my payload is dropped. Now my duty is to mark the enemy with the machine guns, because there are currently no enemy fighters around. This looks like an Russian tank destroyer of some sort, some kind, doesn't matter. Then I see the ZSU-37. He had no chance. 420s, 2 machine guns, open top vehicle, thank you very much. So, yeah, after that, nothing too much spectacular happened for a while. Except that, I rammed myself into the ground, but I will edit that out. Then I went into my reserve tank, my trusty Panzer IV-G, and I tried to recap the cap circle, which I eventually did. While that, I was under constant, threat of Yak-90s and so on. And yeah, it took a really long time, so I cut that out as well. There you can see when I actually finished the cap. Yeah, and then I just went around. When I went around and, tried to not get shot by rockets. This guy, by the way, destroyed a lot of tanks with precise rocket attacks, so a shout out to him. At this point, yeah, I took my backup, so to speak. I just had 2 tanks in the lineup. In retrospect, that's a bit foolish, I know. But there is not too much around at this battle rating when you just want to have your Tiger H1 potentially being top tier. So I helped this guy to repair. Every second helps, or every second helps. And then I wanted to cut a short path towards the enemy cap circle. And then a few minutes later, which I cut out, I was around here. I was looking for this Russian tank destroyer because he looked like being AFK, and AFK kills are easy kills, and we like easy kills. So it seems like there are no more Russian tanks in the area, so let's cap. And I want to assist this Tiger 1, as when 2 tanks are in the cap zone, both must be taken out before the cap gets interrupted, so to say. And as you could see, this guy was really not giving up with his rockets. He actually went back to base and rearmed, so he really tried hard, And there you can see I have no potential shot at him, and he takes out the Tiger. And I really wonder, if rockets sometimes are not a little bit overpowered, because doesn't matter if you have an armor or not, or if you're in a mouse, you get rocketed by an L2 with, relatively small rockets. Relatively, But you just explode. You're not damaged, you explode. And yeah. But back to the summer event. One nice thing is that also the prices for those missions, if you can't, play them all, were lowered. And also the tasks were a bit lowered. They were actually lowered while I was playing them, so I had to relog before I could see it that they got lowered. But anyways, I think that's a good step in the right direction. I might have not made clear it in the last video where I talked about first if it's worth going for it. I will go for it because I'm a collector and I want to have all the plans and all the tanks and also all the reward tanks. There are many planes and tanks I can't get anymore, I guess, but I want to get as many of them as I can potentially get. So let's have a quick look at the post-battle results screens, and we can see that for this 24-minute long battle, I got just 36,000 silver lions and 2,964 research points for 3 kills, and I got the mission done. And it's really a big relief that the missions are not as time consuming as they were on the weekend. I was second in place with 2,144 points. And just after my squad member in his Panther, which did a really good job. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please like the video if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and see you on the battlefield.